Hello and welcome to the short video about the XRP validators, or rather the so-called Ripple D server. So let's briefly go over it. So yes, I misspoke right now because the Ripple D server can be run in multiple modes, but right now I just want to talk about the validators because something very interesting happened here. So, because all the validators which matter used to have the so-called DUNL, so the default UNL, so the default unique node list, published by Ripple. But this time, so the XRPLF, so the XRP Labs Foundation, published their own unique node list and also included two new validators. So if we look quickly into it, so we can see there's the XRP Labs, XRP Ledger Foundation. This organization has nothing to do with Ripple itself, so they're independent from them. We can see it's an independent non-profit foundation that furthers activity and development to the XRP Ledger ecosystem. So we can also see the website there. I would also recommend following them, so you can also look into it. And something very interesting happened here, since, like as I mentioned before, they published their own unique node list called the XRPLF. So now we can see here that in this list, instead of 37, so it used to be 38, there was one value to remove then because I think it was XRP chat, yeah, because XRP chat shut the validator down and everybody removed this validator. So we can see the last closed ledger has the number 636 million, whatever 7751665. So it's a little bit older. And it has shut down like as we can see, it was last seen online 4 days ago. And yeah, the cool part here is so the XRPLF, so the XRP Ledger Foundation published their own unique node list, which differed a little bit here. So they added two new validators to the list. So we now have 39 important validators, which are involved, so which have to say more or less in the network. So this was my brief update on that. So I didn't. We can quickly look if we can see. Yes, there. As I mentioned, you know, there. Here's the full node server. So there's also like. You can run the Ripple D server in different modes, and in this case we have a because the validators don't need to know the entire history of the XRP ledger, so they don't need to know all the transactions, and that's just also very important in regarding scalability, because for example with Bitcoin, the miners, at least the pool, has to know the entire transaction history ever occurred. It should be, I think, about 170 gigabytes. And that's also a great thing about the XP Ledger, that it doesn't have to know that. Therefore, it's also highly scalable. If there's even more output and it grows and so on. So we can quickly go also onto the full node here. So if we just go to XRPL.ws, so we can see here there's the full node. It's also there we can get the metrics, finding out how much like input it is handling currently. So if we just connect now here, I think we can quickly get some info regarding stats, can't we? I'm just checking right now. So we can see here now if okay. So do we have here? We see here the complete ledgers, the uptime, validate ledger. What else is there? And we can also. Nah, never mind. So okay, they're also mentioning here the year traffic. So this full node is handling 230 terabytes of yearly traffic, which is also quite a lot. So we've got even more than 7 full history nodes, so that's also pretty cool. There is the stats side. Yep, I want to look for that one here. So we can, for example, also just check out the traffic, so how much it has been handling. You can see here, so as most of you know, that's just simple JSON, so JavaScript object notation. I talked about it in another video, but we can quickly just check out some data here. So we can also see here in the last 30 days, so stats range for the last 30 days, 20 terabytes, so 19.17 terabytes have been processed by this website. And yeah, that's also a lot. So as we quickly look at that here, so right, so think are they mentioning it maybe here? No, they're not. That's fine then. I was just specifically looking for the part where they're mentioning like XRP Ledger Foundation. There it is again. what they're mentioning. Oh, right. So there it is. With these, so they're mentioning it here. So on May the 10th, I also mentioned here that the XRP Ledger Foundation was announcing the new UNL, so the new unique node list, and added two values here. They also mentioned it here. They added GateHub and Tovo Labs. So for those of you who don't know, Tovo Labs are the have the website of the XRP Toolkit. So we can see here these people are Tovo Labs here. So they now also run a validator. And also we've got here GateHub. So GateHub is also a pretty cool website. They do support the Euro IOUs of the of XRP. So they are issuing their own Euro IOUs or also US dollar IOUs. So they're using that, and you can also send it to your own account then. So yeah, that was it for me in this video. I hope again that you found it helpful and that it might make things a little bit clearer. And see you in the next video.